What's up, everybody? Durkey Turkey here, coming at you with more Dick with Butt news. I'm going to be talking about the Dick with Butt price chart this morning, and I was chatting with some people, or specifically one person, individual, that was giving me some ideas of some stuff that I should talk about with you guys, because it's fun. It's some fun stuff, and I think you're going to like it. I'm going to teach you guys how to be a fucking whale. I'm going to teach you guys how to be a fucking crypto whale this morning, alright? I'm going to teach you the math behind that shit. So, let's just get right the fuck into it, shall we? Okay, so here is a very zoomed up picture of the pump we've had the past, like, day or two. Measure it out one more time, just for those of you who don't know. We pumped about, a good 25%, just about. We are sitting here having a little bit of resistance, having a little bit of I wouldn't even call this a correction. It's just like we went up and then we hit here at this line right here, the psychological line right here, and then we went down a little bit. But you could always say that this is kind of a bull flag. I mean, it does kind of look like it's fucking like gonna, you know what I mean? Like it looks like it. It just looks like it. It looks like we could sit here and like what it's doing is it's just kind of going and it's getting ready to go back up. Like that's just what it looks like to me. This doesn't look like any sort of like, oh no, I'm scared. This looks like it's ready to pop off again. That's what it looks like to me. But I don't know. You never know. You never fucking know. So are we going to continue to go up from here? Yeah, I think so. I think possibly. We're sitting very strong. We've been sitting very strong. And, I could see, like I've been saying, I could see us, like, hitting these resistances right here, fizzling, hitting... Like, let me draw it out for you again. Like, literally, like what it's been playing out. We go up, we fizzle out here a little bit, we go up again. Maybe this time we hit like 15. 15's the resistance. Maybe. I don't know. And then we fizzle out here again. And then maybe we go up again. And we make this Chad staircase to heaven, basically. Until we get all the way up to the previous resistance line here. Now, is that exactly how it's going to play out? I don't know. But, like, if you look at, like, the previous charts and stuff, that's basically what it does. Look at it. It does it right here. It goes up, fizzles out a little bit, goes up, fizzles out, goes up, and then you hit, like, this resistance where it doesn't want to go up anymore, and then it comes back down. So, like, you look at the chart when it does that every time, it makes, like, these staircase patterns. How long that staircase pattern will last, I don't know. But that's typically what happens when you've gone down for a long time. You rock it up a little bit, you cool off, you rock it up again, you cool off, and you rock it up again. And you just make that Chad staircase to heaven, as I like to call it, the Chad staircase to heaven. Now, how long that's going to take, I don't know. I think June's going to be a fun month. I do. I think June, July, especially with that Ethereum ETF, like that's the biggest thing for me right now. Like, when I'm looking at a lot of this stuff, I spend the majority of my time looking at Pulse Chain and looking at Pulse Chain stuff. But to be honest, I don't actually look at the Pulse Chain price, like, at all. Like, I don't even know what the current price of Pulse Chain is. I don't care, if I'm being honest with you. I know it's below SAC. That's all that matters. Right now, I'm much more curious about what's going on with the Ethereum ETF and what's going on with the price of ETH. Because ETH is going to heavily affect whatever happens to Pulse. And whatever happens to Pulse is definitely going to happen to Dick with Butt. Now, I did have somebody that commented on my video yesterday, and I think I wanted to comment and answer his question, but I figured I'd do it in a video format because he said, what if Pulse Chain doesn't pump? What would happen to the Tangang? What do you see for the Tangang if Pulse Chain never pumped? And to that, I'm going to say the first thing I'm going to say to that is I don't think that's going to happen. I don't see a world where Pulse Chain doesn't pump. I think Pulse Chain will definitely pump. But if hypothetically it didn't, that doesn't mean necessarily that the Tang Gang wouldn't pump because of it. Because all you need are buyers. All you need are people to buy into it. So if people want to come over and use Dick with Butt, they want to buy Dick with Butt, they want to buy Tang Gang tokens, they want to buy all these other meme coin tickers, that's fine. But let's say, like, I would say, like, some of the most bearish, like, scenarios, I would say, are, like, Pulse only does, like, maybe a 5-10x from sacrifice price, which I've seen a couple influencers talk about. And to be honest, Solana only did, like, a 20x. Like, it didn't do, like, that much of a pump. At least I think it was, like, a 20x. Yeah, I think it pumped from, like, $10 up to, like, 200. Yeah, it's like a 20x. So it wasn't like this insane pump. Like, it wasn't like these massive gains. I mean, if Pulse did a 10x, would you be happy with that? You know what I mean? Like, I think, personally, I think that Pulse and Pulse Chain still has the potential to do really large numbers. I don't think it'll be anywhere near as crazy as Hex, but, I mean, hypothetically, would you be happy with 100x on Pulse? Because I think 100x is possible. But I think we'll do a 10x, like, falling off a log. Like, that will just happen over time. You know, I think that eventually it's going to happen. It's going to happen so quick that people are like, whoa, holy shit. But that's all it needs to do. And then all this other stuff is going to fly with it. And then with all that other stuff flying with it, you know, like, look at, because, like, if you look at Solana went up, what, 20x, and all this other shit on Solana was making people literal fucking millions. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because everyone's just trading the meme tokens. So everyone's buying that. People are buying Solana to get into other shit. So does it need to pump? Not necessarily. If it pumps even a small amount, like, that's good for everyone. Like, even if it doesn't necessarily pump, like, a whole lot, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we have the memes. Now, I want to talk to you about something somebody had messaged me about yesterday. Actually, Mr. J Money had messaged me. He's the guy who actually made Tits with Vag. Now, he was talking to me about going over token supply, and I was kind of thinking, I was like, okay, well, normally I don't go over token supply because in the past, looking into that kind of stuff, token supply has never really mattered to me. It's just a number for me. Like, I'm more like, okay, like, am I in, you know, at a certain price, and am I happy with where I'm at? That's all that fucking matters to me. But for some people, and I know that this appeals to a lot of people, and a lot of people have thought about it and have dreamed of the day that they could be a whale in crypto. So I'm going to go over some whale math with you guys and how you can basically become a whale in some of this stuff. Now, I'm going to start actually not with Tits with Vag. I'm going to start with NWO. NWO is the other token that the guy from Tits with Vag made. Now, NWO, New World Orange, I like it. It's very memeable. Like, it's there. You can do a lot with NWA memes with that one. That, you know. Now, here's the thing. NWO is heavily paired to HOA. So, HOA, I mean, the liquidity is thin compared to other shit, but, like, it's thick as far as being paired to HOA. Now, because it's so thickly paired to HOA, you've seen this massive rocket up. We've had a little correction, and now we're having a slight, you know, pump back up. Now, if we continue to make new all-time highs in the Tang Gang, I could see this, you know, we go, and we just continue to go up. the thing is, like, again, you're risking with everything, it's lower liquidity. So, and think of liquidity, it's like a doorway. The lower the liquidity, the smaller the doorway. The larger the liquidity, the bigger the doorway. It's your exit in and out. Like, if you wanted to sell this, you're going to eat a lot of slippage trying to get out of it if you put, like, a ton of money into it. But anyway, that's your risk. So, if you wanted to, though, if you wanted to put in a lot of money into this, which I don't necessarily always recommend because you're dealing with such low liquidity, but if you wanted to put in a lot of money into this and become like an LP and start providing liquidity for this, and you wanted to be a whale, here's how you do it. Now, personally, what I do, I just use Pulse Chain Explorer. Like, that's what I use every time. So what you do, you just come over here, grab that contract address, and you come over here and you paste it in, and there you go. There's the contract address for New World Orange. So you look it up, you got about 409 holders, so you can be very early in on this one. Like, the holders for this one are growing, I believe. I'd have to look back at my previous video where I covered all you guys in the spreadsheet. But if you wanted to be a whale in this, the supply in this is actually incredibly low. You have 69,420. Now, the way you do the math with this, let me just clear this. I was doing math for some other stuff. If you wanted to say, like, if you wanted to become a whale in this, I would say a whale can range. Like, this is why I don't necessarily love being like, okay, this is, token supply. Like, I don't care a whole lot because a whale can be like literally anything from like 20% of the supply to like a quarter of the supply. I don't know. But so if you wanted to say be a whale in this, let's say you wanted to own like 1% of the supply. So what you're gonna do, you just plug it in. You just do the math there. You times that by 1%, which is 0.01, and there you go. You get 694.2. So now what I'm going to do is I pull up the NWO chart, and I look at that price right there. All you're going to do is just plug it in, times by the price, because that's literally what you just did, is you just took 1% of the supply, and market cap is the total supply times the current market price. So all you're going to do is take 1% of the supply, times it by the current price, and that's how much it costs to be a whale. So, like, if you wanted to, times that by 1.93, and you need about $1,300 to be a whale in NWO. So, if you wanted to, you could. What if you wanted to be, like 0.5%? You just divide that by 2.
Oh, tag the girl them as well. Boom! 2 + 2 is 4. -1, that's 3 quick maths.
So, for about less than $700, you could be a whale. Like, somebody who actually has some serious influence over the chart. Like, your moves would make or break this graph. Like, you would actually have some serious, impact on price if you put that kind of money into this. So, but again, just remember, you have low liquidity. Like, if you want to get out, you're going to be eating, slippage. But it only costs you about $670 to be a whale. Let's look at some other stuff, though. Let's look at some other stuff. Like, let's look at something like Dick with Butt. Dick with Butt, you have, let's grab the contract address here. You go over to this, plug it in, and there's the Dick with Butt contract. By the way, you can also check holders here. So holders, 6,043. We just passed 6,000 holders, guys. Congratulations. Congratulations, everybody. I actually didn't notice that. I had seen a couple people posting about it before me, and I was like, I'll post about it when it gets to 10,000. Because that's a good number to fucking post about. Now, what you're going to do is you take this whole token supply here, and you just fucking paste it. Oh, wait, I can't do that. What you're going to do is you're just going to fucking take this number here and you're just going to plug it into your handy-dandy calculator. So that's the total supply of dick with butt. And you're going to come over here, and you go up, and you see the current price. So let's say you wanted to own, like, 1% of the supply. So 1% would be that. So that would be 1% of the supply. It's about 5 billion dick with butt. That's a lot of dicks, and that's a lot of butts. Now, if you wanted to buy that much, you'd have to times this times the price. So you do 0.1234128 You need about $64,000. That's a lot. That's a pretty penny, man. Do I recommend anyone go out and buy 64,000? Dude, if you're degenerate enough, please do it. But I'm not a financial advisor. Don't listen to me, guys. Anyway, you could even be a whale in dick with butt with significantly less than that. I would say I would consider a whale somebody who has like probably like $15,000 worth of dick with butt. And there are people that have more than this in dick with butt. If you wanted to be a whale, that's how you would calculate it. So like, let's calculate it with some other stuff. You just look at GP, gold pieces, right? You want to be a whale in this? Let's look at the contract address. I'm gonna be so rich in RuneScape, guys. Oh, dude, my RuneScape girlfriend is gonna love me.
Can I try on your armor, Daddy?
Holy crap, no way. This hot-ass babe is talking to me. Shawty got a body like Beyonce. Of course you can try on my armor.
Holy shit, this guy is a fucking dumb ass. Hand over that armor now, bud.
And the max supply is a max cash stack in RuneScape. Of course it is, because why wouldn't it be? And then we go back over to the gold pieces chart, and we look at that price right here. So let's say I want to own like 1% of the supply again. Oops, too much. Oops, too much again. So let's say I want to own 1% of the supply. That's 21 million. I think I'm a whale in this then. I don't know. I'd have to look at it later. Anyway, you take that, you times that by 0.0007369. And yeah, you need about $1,500 to be a whale in GP. So sometimes it depends on, you know, what the price is, what everything is set at, like what the price is and what, you know, the total supply is. But that's basically how you can calculate how you can become a whale in some of this stuff. And like, if you want to be a whale, I know that some people range, or they try and hit, like Sami was talking about, like he tries to be like 5 to 1% or something like that, and some other people say that they want to snipe up like 1% to like 0.5% of the supply. For me, I just don't care. Like, I'm not trying to be a whale. I don't care. Eventually, over time, like I have my own goals. I'm not trying to be like an influence on the market. I don't care. But some people do. So that's how you do it. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for today. I just want to go over some fun stuff, some fun math, some maths with you guys. Anyway, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe, everything down below in the comments. Show me you guys want this fucking content. Show me the love, baby, and I will continue to show it for you. And as always, guys, none of this is financial advice. Do your own fucking research, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.